You cannot write public. Suppose name, it is string type. You should not define anything like this. So you should not use any access modifier. You should not use any access modifier because by default it is public. What others are there, I will tell you. What is public means, what is private means, we will discuss about that. But every member in a contract is by default public in access. You should not define anything. And remember, contract comprises of methods and properties. Methods and properties. And already we know that methods and properties. So I told you in an object, contract comprises of methods and properties. And important is properties are used to store data, and methods are used to define logic. Data is in properties and logic is in methods. And contract contains properties and methods. And very important is contract can contain only declaration. Can contain only declaration of members. Contract cannot have assignment and implementation of members. Contract cannot have assignment and implementation of members. Contract can have only declaration of members. That means when you are creating a contract with a name, so here you defined, suppose some name, so username, and it is a string type. And is equal to some John. So John, so like this. So John, like this. This is invalid. It should contain only declaration. Already we know what is declaration. I told you in variables. It contains only declaration. This is valid. And suppose we have a method. Method is print. Print is a method. Currently, it is a void type method without any return type. Later, we will discuss about methods and their return types. And remember, if I write the method like this, that means the flower brace are defined. So if I write the method in this way, then this is again invalid, because method cannot contain any definition, and this is print void, this is declaration, and the flower brace is definition. So methods cannot have definition, properties cannot have data. That is the important one. That means methods cannot have definition, and properties cannot be defined with the value, These are all the rules we need to follow in a contract. That means you have to write the method like this, print, so void, that's it. This is valid. This is how we have to define. So a contract contains all the rules for implementation. It contains all the rules for implementation. So we design everything according to the contracts. Let's see one simple example for how we can configure and deal with contract. Right, one simple example how we can manage this. So how to configure and handle this. Let's take a look about that. Now here I am designing a simple folder in our Typescript project, and let's keep a folder name as OOP. Okay, in that again a folder called contracts. Okay, I will create a new file here. So demo.ts. Okay, here I am designing an interface. You have to use the keyword interface. Traditionally, we have the prefix I used for interfaces. It's not mandatory, you can use any. But as a programmer, if you see I, that means it is an interface. It is an interface. So we have I product. It is an interface. Technically, I product is an interface. Okay. And we follow this tradition. Now in this, we have to define members. It should have an name, which is number type. It should have a price, which should name is string type. Okay. String type. And a price, it should be number type. And it should have the print option. So, or I say in stock should be a Boolean type. Okay. And observe carefully. Suppose string name is equal to, I said, suppose TV, and you see there is an error. Error is nothing but an interface property cannot have an initializer. Okay. You cannot have an initializer. Okay, let's keep here name is equal to TV, like this. Now this says that property signature, so you cannot find this. That means this is not the right signature for the property. That means this is not valid. It contains only declaration. So, okay, now we have another print method. Print is a method. So open, it's a function, parenthesis. What is difference between a function and method? I will tell you when we start working with that. Separate concept you will see. And a colon, it is void type. And see, when I write here the parenthesis, then it shows again an error. It says that it is expecting a semicolon, not the flower brace. So that means you cannot have a definition for any method. You can have only declaration. Now this is the contract. Now my developer is trying to create a product, a TV, and this TV should follow the contract. That means it should follow the rules of iProduct. Then we use colon iProduct. That means now TV must be designed as per the rules of this contract they have implemented. That means this time TV is using contract as a type. That means it should implement all the contract members defined. That means now TV is not an object directly. It is not a string. It is not an Boolean. It is a contract. It is implementing a contract. According to the contract, it is a collection of these members. It should have a collection of these members. Now see here. So open and as an object style. You can see currently now TV have a problem. What is the problem? So you can observe that it says that it is missing the following properties. What are the properties are missing in your contract? Name is missing, price is missing, stock is missing. That means it is saying that now it is invalid because you are implementing a contract. According to the contract, it should have a name. So now here I am defining name. Okay, name I defined as 10. Then again it shows an error